Hey everyone, how are you? You doing good? Dylan's in here, yo! Neo says the end is nigh. Yes, indeed. Very near! Bo says hi. Can't wait to see how you describe the fight. And chapter 60 of Record of Ragnarok. Yeah, I gotta get around to that at some point. Once again, I'm probably just gonna do 60 and 61 in one video, since they're both, like, really fucking short. They're really short. Yeah. Dylan says, what's up, Vsauce here, exploring post-Brexit Britain. I don't live in the UK. Tell me any, British folks in the audience. Is this what it looks like? Just like kind of the gist of it? My, it seems like Neve's actually trying to get a semi-normal sleep schedule. That's insane and unfortunate for me. Sad. So, you guys know the drill. We're gonna wait a few minutes for some people to hop in, I guess. I should have more. Bo says, I just saw in a horror game, The Quarry actually has my state and hometown of Asheville in one of the papers. Well, that's neat. Dylan says, haven't gone to Britain to crawl around in the sewers with a friend? Yes. Why would you do that? Oh, right. Since we've got, I'm pretty sure, basically every set of attire in the game that we can get up until this point. Should we stick with this, or should we change some things up for the endgame drip? What do you think? A lot. It's a classic. All-time classic. You know, base game, ultimate drip. Then we also have some cool shit from, like, the DLC and such. Alright, there's, like, a few things I can't get because I didn't do the Chalice dungeons, but no one cares. No one cares. Any relevant information from the Chalice dungeons I'll go over when we get to it. Dylan says exploration and to hang out with a few friends I hadn't seen in a long time. Well, at least you did more than just crawl around in the sewers. That's good, at least. We had to wait a while to get some people in here during the last stream. Current trip is fine as hell. Alright. We'll see if any more people have the same opinion. Because, I mean, I already know. Listen. Canehurst helm with the Executioner's set. Tremendous. It's tremendously drippy. Man, I wish I was a good artist. I would draw the fuck out of some Bloodborne. Wish I could draw a Bloodborne comic. It is a travesty. Ah, my favorite. That is an excellent setup there. Simply beautiful. Simply magnificent. Yeah, it is ironic how well they go together. That is certainly the word for it. It's occurred to me that quite a few of these streams are way shorter than the ones we did for Dark Souls 3, so yeah. Bloodborne is a relatively short game. Kinda like Demon Souls. Demon Souls is pretty fucking short. I think my first playthrough was only like 8 or 9 hours. It's a short game. Well, I suppose Bloodborne is kind of a bit more in the vein of something like Demon Souls. I don't know. I mean, you've got your hub that's separated from the rest of the world. You're not super talkative upgrade lady. You've got your rocks leading to the various areas. Why do they look like mini Erd trees? I think more so the things from the final boss arena look more like this than this looking like that. You know what this music reminds me of? I've been trying to think of it. It's really weird and specific. It reminds me a lot of some of the music from the later Harry Potter movies, like the last few Harry Potter movies. Like this track reminds me of some of those, but I'm not sure which ones. Also, my character must be uncomfortable as hell having to keep his arm up with the weight of the sword unsupported for this long. Like, holy shit. That's barely better. Alright, we got 4 people in here now, whatever. Hopefully they'll stick around if we go and do some shit. So, as I mentioned last stream, we've got like one thing left to do in the DLC. And it's the thing I enjoy doing the least in the DLC, which is the one optional boss. Then it says Midnight Sonata would be godly as a theme here. Maybe. Maybe. I'm trying to give myself as much neck support as possible. Oh, 6 people in here, excellent. Fellas, we're going to go kill the optional boss for the DLC. Because, well, best do that before we finish the game. You know, because of how Bloodborne works with the New Game Plus cycle. Hello, sir! I'm gonna try to kill this guy without using up resources. I'm likely going to fail in this endeavor. Oh, never mind. Neo somehow forgot about this boss. That's incredible. Well, I can't blame you. There is basically no reason to fight it ever again, unless you fucking absolutely need to get vermin for Valther's shit. Bo says, might I ask, have you ever read Kaiju number 8? Yes, I actually have a playlist of when I did reviews on it, and then I got tired of doing reviews on it, so I stopped. I need to catch back up again. I caught back up like 2 months ago, I think. And I need to get back into it again. Barry says, really enjoy your Elden Ring lore videos. It's the first From Software game that I've ever bought. Yeah, I've been hearing about a lot of people doing that. There are a few people on my Discord, like, Fi, Playfree, Bob. Neo's gotten Bloodborne, but he barely played it. Ace. Got quite a few new people because of Elden Ring. A lot of it's because it's a PC game, as far as I understand. But, like, through sheer hype alone, we got a fuck ton of people to get into Elden Ring. Oh my god, fuck, that quote is gonna haunt me for the rest of my life. So, frankly, the worst part of this boss, every single time you go to fucking fight it. Unless you want to do the long way around, which is possibly worse. And regardless, you still have to go through these big old fucking doors. And well, why does this DLC have multiple of the worst enemies in the game? How the fuck did they do that? Like, what kind of fucking shit is that? So if I want to summon Valther, I have to kill this fucking thing. Oh, for fuck's sake. Oh, shut the fuck up. is such stupid shit. Whoever decided to do this, I hope you die. Squidbeard, long lost cousin of Blackbeard, and... Like, what the fuck? This is like half of the reason I hate this boss, is because if you want to summon Valter, you have to go through this fucking thing. Because then Valter fights that, and then Valter loses a bunch of health and probably uses up a blood vial, and he's only got like 5 that he can use. So you're gonna spend a bunch of your fucking summon's power on just killing that fucking thing. It's obnoxious. And I hate it very much. And look at that, I wasted a few fucking blood vials on that too. Whoever decided to put the Nightmare Executioner in front of this boss, I hope you experience nothing but suffering and hardship for the rest of your days. And, woe be upon you and your bloodline. Fuck off. Ooh, the bell toll! Frankly, most of our trouble this stream is going to be with this guy. The remaining bosses are relatively easy. Come on, kill him! Oh. Shrek. My god, you're right. About what? That it's fucking Zoidberg? Wonder of you says Squidbeard has the most powerful devil fruit. The F. Fuck. Wait, did I interrupt it? I did! Okay. The one, like, not super terrible thing about the Nightmare Executioners is you can interrupt their phase 2. Is it pretty wide? Let's see here, we got some stuff from the chat. Wonder if you says Squidbeard has the most powerful devil fruit, the FU fruit? Yeah, definitely. Most certainly. Dylan says, I recently watched Lawrence of Arabia movie and goddamn it's so fucking good. Yeah, I watched that in film class in my sophomore year. Was that when I watched it? I'm pretty sure that's when I watched it. It's a very good movie. Barry says, can you make OP builds in Bloodborne like you can in Elden Ring? Sure you can. Blood Tinge and Arcane can get really busted when you just fucking dump into them. Especially when you use this funky little item I have here, Call Beyond. Though I don't have like fucking 99 Arcane, so I'm not gonna be one-shotting any bosses. Heavenly says a bottomless buff, a bottomless health bar, yeah. So let's summon your boy. Because it's more fun that way. Let's get some bullets. Bell ringing woman has appeared somewhere. Yeah, the bell ringing woman can go fuck herself. Hey buddy, how you doing? Alright. Shit yourself. Alright, before we start this shit, let's check the chat. Dylan says, right now the current movie I'm watching in a bit is Broken Sword Hero, a Thai movie talking about one of its national hero legends. That's pretty cool. Alright, let's see here. Lawrence's Skull. Skull of Lawrence, first vicar of the Healing Church. In reality, he became the first cleric beast, and his human skull only exists within the nightmare. The skull is a symbol of Lawrence's past, and what he failed to protect. He is destined to seek his skull, but even if he found it, it could never restore his memories. So, this is Lawrence, obviously. And he's basically in hell. He's not even a hunter, he turned into a beast. But it seems like the nightmare was like, hey, you little fucking bastard, reaches through reality, like fucking grabs him around the neck and yoinks him in here. Or, you know, yoinks his spirit in here, because we can find his body in the Chalice dungeons. And he's forced to suffer here, devoid of his memories, but aware of the fact that he's missing his memories. And he seeks something eternally, thinking it will bring them back, but even if he gets it, they won't come back, so it's all in vain. So he's basically in his own little personal hell here. It mentions how he failed to protect something. I guess he failed to protect humanity or his humanity. Lawrence isn't necessarily a bad person. It seems like what mostly happened was he was someone who had good intentions, but fucked up. You know, I did the calculations, but man am I bad at math. You know, that sort of thing. But yes, Lawrence is the everything is your fault character. Everything is Lawrence's fault. All of this stupid bullshit is Lawrence's fault one way or another. And I consider him to be one of the worst bosses in the game. So let's get into it. It's all thanks to Cooperator. Oh, hey! Rated fine as I'm rating him as fine. Yeah, let's hope that fucking Cooperator can win us this shit. Yeah, as you can see, the headache and is reaching out for his skull. So, Lawrence is basically just the cleric beast reskinned to be on fire and scaled for endgame. And in addition to that, basically everything he does has fucking flame after effects on it that are incredibly obnoxious, do a fuckload of damage, and, get this, my favorite part, have terrible hitboxes. Ouch. Yeah, look at that shit. That combo right there will kill you. Hey, I've never really gotten that to happen before. Oh, what a big dumb fucking idiot. You see, the nice thing about an arcane build is once you get high level, you really can just spam Call Beyond. And we are fucking my man up. Tell him, Walter! Again! Says I absolutely hate his phase 2. Yeah, it is not great. I mean, I suppose it's nice that the entire boss isn't just a Cleric Beast reskin, but this is not great. So phase 2, his lower half explodes and he starts getting nuclear flaming diarrhea that just pours out of his lower body. Oh my god, we got so close there, holy shit. Now, as you saw from that run cycle there, when he gets going, it's just disgusting. Yeah, look at that. Like, literally everything he does is a fucking chocolate. It's obnoxious. Look at that stupid shit. We're gonna lose, by the way. This is a failed run. Great OST, though, you can barely hear over all the fucking obnoxious screaming and explosions. Yeah. Great shit. What the fuck? I fucking hate the input reading. Democracy's number 10 worst boss. Good ranking for him. Like, he's not absurd bullshit like Bed of Chaos or Godskin Duo, but he's pretty terrible. Oh, shit yourself, my guy. Oh, yeah! Yeah, we're losing. Oh, get the fuck out of here. Yeah, his OST is great, but you can't hear it during the fucking fight. No, no! That was incredibly nerve-wracking. I hate that boss. I am glad we got it over with first try. Whew. Well, that's the DLC, folks. Jesus. Hit that like button if you haven't already for us killing the shit out of Lawrence, the little bastard. Terrible boss. Simply atrocious. But we did it. So, yeah, that got my fucking heart going again. God. Beast's Embrace. Assume the form of a ghastly beast. After repeated experiments in controlling the Scourge of the Beasts, the gentle Embrace rune was discovered. When its implementation failed, the Embrace became a forbidden rune, but this knowledge became a foundation of the Healing Church. Those who swear this oath take on a ghastly form, and enjoy accentuated transformation effects, especially while wielding a beast weapon. So this is how you get to use the full, updated, evolved Beast Claw moveset. I guess we'll put that on when we get back here. So, they tried to control the Scourge early on. Like, they tried to find a way to, I don't know, make it so that people could kind of turn into beasts, but still maintain their sentience. Holy shit, we're low on bullets. Yo.
What? Very
well. Dump into Arcane. The dumping continues. Boy, am I glad that boss is over with. My god. Yeah, that's that's kind of like a little bit of a Madeir situation, like back there in the DS3 playthrough. But you should go back and watch that last stream if you haven't. It's great. That was a fucking blast. So, it was just the beast version of the milkweed. You turn into a funny werewolf man. What happens if I take my shirt off? That. I'm a real fucking beast man. Yeah, real beastie boy shit. Pretty cool, isn't it? Danny D says there's a reason almost everyone saves Lawrence for like last. Yeah, he sucks. He's terrible. And also, don't forget, that's the guy that is the reason Gurman's fucking trapped in here. I've never noticed the falling leaves before. I mean, I'm sure they've been here this whole time, but I've never noticed them. They're quite nice. Well, shit. We should probably go farm some bullets from, Hemwick. And then we'll head on back to the Nightmare of Mensis. And, we'll be into the final stretch of the game. Let's see here. There were a few comments I didn't get to read because we just started the fight. Yeah, Cleric Beast 2. Neo says, oh wait, this fucker. Yeah, this fucker. Danny says, this is your fault, screams the Great Ones. Yeah. Neo says, hey Lawrence, nap time is over. Dylan says, Lawrence is a martyr, but was punished after his transformation. He sought a way to cure his people, but damned them instead. Yeah, good way of putting it. He's a very tragic character. But he's a tragic character where everything is his fucking fault, so it's really hard to feel bad for him. It's also really hard to feel bad for him when his fucking boss fight sucks. Looking at you, Melania. Barry says, would you recommend Bloodborne once I'm tired of Elden Ring? I started New Game Plus immediately after finishing. First time a game made me do that. Yeah, I'm sure you'll enjoy Bloodborne. Just keep in mind, the previous Souls games are pretty different experiences. They're not big open worlds. You know, there'll be a lot more restrictions on what you can do. But if you really like the gameplay, the storytelling style, sort of lore, then, yeah, play Bloodborne. Heavenly says the statue is feeding him Capri Sun. Yeah. Heavenly said, oh dear. Hydra says, my kind of guy. Dylan says, Lawrence is your average My Hero fan. Hydra said, you got this. Turns out Hydra was right. Sun Eater says, hey, you're fighting democracy's number 10 worst boss. Love his OST, but screams ruin it. Heavenly says, his blood is on fire because he has hepatitis. I suppose so. I think his burning blood is more metaphorical about how it's that very blood that, ended up causing this whole shitstorm. Dylan says, this concept feels like a lesser Garmin fight theme, putting a legend out of their misery sort of vibe, because hating Lawrence doesn't diminish the fact that the healing blood, for a time, saved lives. Yeah, it's true, it saved them for a time, but I ended up damning them to something even worse. Danny says, nice. Hydra's excited. Yeah, there's a reason almost everyone saves Lawrence for last. Sunny says, Lawrence of the terrible hitboxes. That he is. Heavenly says, this is probably more of a coincidence than the other naming shenanigans, but the name Lawrence means bright one or shining one, which is the same meaning as the name Lucifer. That's very interesting, actually. I suppose his relationship to Willem is kind of similar to, like, Lucifer's relationship with God, where he wanted to do his own thing, so he just left and took a chunk of, the angels with him, or in that case, the Bergenworth scholars, went off to do his own thing and ended up creating a hell, even if he was well-intentioned. Though I'm pretty sure Lucifer wasn't well-intentioned. Unless he was in Paradise Lost, but I haven't read Paradise Lost. Danny D says, if I remember correctly, Lawrence's headless beast body is in one of the lower levels of the catacombs. Yeah, the bloodletting beast is Lawrence's true bestial form, which is dead. His head is the skull that's in the Grand Cathedral, which you find in the same spot in the other, like, in the real-world Grand Cathedral, Lawrence's skull is on the altar. The first Grand Cathedral in the Nightmare has Lawrence's nightmare body, and then the second one has his nightmare human skull in it. Dylan says, Great Oak's leaves falling was a Native American legend and metaphor for a legendary hero's suffering. Not a coincidence Garmin sits under it when grieving. Jesus fucking Christ! How deep did they get with this? Holy fuck! I didn't even know any of this. That's amazing. Shit. Every day is a school day when you learn something new. I saw something funny on Twitter like a week ago or something talking about power scaling the Soulsborne protagonists, and they were doing some shit about how the Bloodborne player character, wow, I never got that, is able to perceive bullets and just move out of the way of them because of how fast they are and how fast their reactions are, supposedly. I mean, I guess that would make us about as superhuman as we're supposed to be. Oh, get the fuck out of here. Two of you! Shit yourself. Yo, fuck off. Man, I missed a few things on my first round through here. Ah, you little bitch. You know, learning about the Four Kings gimmick applying to Rally was one of the most enlightening things I ever learned about Bloodborne gameplay mechanics. That, like, yeah, keep hitting them as they're going through their death animation, they still have a hitbox. Yeah, Lawrence is an asshole. He was warned by Willem. It's like, hey, you better be fucking careful. And like any rebellious teenager, he didn't listen. It is nice that pretty much every Souls game has a everything is your fucking fault character. Pretty much. Everyone does. Demon Souls has King Allant. Demon Souls has King Allant. Dark Souls has Gwyn. Dark Souls 2 has Nashandra. Bloodborne has Lawrence. Dark Souls 3 has Sullivan. Sekiro has... I suppose it's mostly Owl who's responsible. Well, the state of the world, like the state of Ashina, is more just a result of, like, the Japanese shogunate. You know, like the shogun in Japan, the central government or whatever. But, like, the guy who's personally responsible for us being fucked over is Owl. And then in Elden Ring, I guess everything you could say is... It's depending on who you put more blame on, Ronnie or Marika. But it's always nice to have someone that you can point the finger at and go, you motherfucker, this bullshit is all your fault. Danny says very deep. Yes, indeed. Dylan says Taco Bell on a Tuesday be like, shit yourself. That's true. They do be like that. Yeah, very nice. Alright, back to the nightmare. We've got, two things of importance to deal with, one of which is optional, but should be done, because it's important, kind of. Then the other is just the mandatory shit. One is a secret, and one is not. Alright. And here we have the, more of the hybrids of the worst enemies in the game. Oh, are we gonna get some PvP in here? I think we might. I remember this place generally being a pretty decent PvP spot. Oh. It's that baby we heard when the red moon came down. It's a pretty straight shot from there, so I suppose we can go here. Now this may be the thing we spend the most amount of time on in today's stream, because it is, platforming in a game without a vertical jump button. See what I mean? We're gonna be here for a while. Damn, I got impaled on the fence. Yeah, this is gonna take a minute. This always takes a while. Heavenly says, in the true... Everything is your fault characters, Miyazaki of the Poison Swamp. Yep. This is Democracy's #1 terrible boss from a game called Evolve, where you play as a monster boss. The Wraith had this attack that had 1000% attack speed increase. Oh, I thought you were talking about like his top 10 worst bosses in Souls games. Well, at least this always ends back up here. Hey, we did it. Now to not die before we get to the shortcut. What the fuck is that? Inflicted organ. Do we have one of those? No, that's a new one. Special body part collected by the Healing Church. What was this gruesome bait used to lure? The additional right... Oh, this is literally the exact same. We're just collecting gross, diseased body parts to do chalice rituals. Ah, these lovely bitches are here. I love when my architecture contains the souls of the damned. Don't you love that? Dylan says the story starts with the hero planting the tree but ends... Wait, no, I'll have to look at that later. You didn't see shit, bitch. You didn't see a goddamn thing. I suppose these are basically the Bloodborne's equivalent of the basilisks. You know, they're functionally the same when you think about it, except they don't insta-kill you. Neo has gotten 3 bosses into Dark Souls 3, like you have by now? Like you're currently playing it? What's the 3rd one you've killed? Shut the fuck up. Nope. Nope, fuck you. Fuck you! Well... I love the winter lanterns. I love them. When did Neo say he was 3 bosses in? Oh, he said that a while ago. I fucking hate how the PlayStation streaming repeats messages from the chat after a while. It's kind of annoying. Worst bosses of the decade. Oh, I see. Dylan says Miyazaki's a massive fan of mythology and the history of heroes, so no wonder the Mighty Oeke's agony story is included. The story starts with the hero planting the tree, but ends with him dying from blood loss under it after being betrayed by his own son. Damn. Heavenly says this list sounds like dog shit. What a dumb little baby man. We'll shut him up in no time. Remember, that's our job. We're supposed to seek the nightmare newborn and silence its harrowing cry. If you think about it, we're basically like a big babysitter or something. Or a pacifier. I don't know. Alright, gotta make sure we're keeping a good look here. Whew. Alright, I guess I've now found a semi-consistent way to nail that. How about we actually equip some fucking sedatives? I should stop being so goddamn stupid. Fuck you. Nope, don't care, not interested. Could you stop? Hey! Go, 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 go. Hey, it's Patch's friends. I don't know why they exist. Don't ask me. So, the big frenzy thing from when we first got into the area. We're dropping that bitch down. Yeah, from over there. It looks like it's a giant fuck-off winter lantern. Yeah, bye, bitch. Fuck you. Piece of shit. And then we jump down this hole, as you do. We love winter lanterns. Don't you just fucking love winter lanterns? That's like how everyone loves basilisks. Now we can go through here without getting fucking obliterated by that thing. Great One's Wisdom. Damn Blood Gem. Great One's Wisdom. These guys got super enlightened. Twice as enlightened as your average dead guy that we find around here. That should tell you something. They got big frenzy. So, it seems like the big fucking eyeball brain thing was causing their blood to explode out of their body. As, like, spears. Blood manipulating deities, or whatever the fuck that thing is, are strong. Because, you know, Abriatis caused frenzy with her blood as well, so that may have mostly been us realizing, oh my god, this thing is fucking spitting its giant vagina face juices on us. Oh my god. I'm gonna die. I feel like that's mostly what that was. You know what? I don't think we've killed a single winter lantern, have we? We should probably do that. Choir bell. I love choir bells, don't you? You fucking disgusting bitch! Yeah, go fuck yourself. Oh, good timing for that. Okay. Let's see what the deal is with this. A choir bell. Invigorates all cooperating parties, healing them. So this is like the big heal miracles that they have in Dark Souls and Elden Ring. Special hunter tool of the choir, high-ranking members of the church. Fashioned after a bell that projects an arcane sound across planes of existence. So I guess that's like the summoning bells. The sound of the smaller silver version of the bell does not cross planes, but grants vigor and healing to all cooperators. Well, isn't that nice? Isn't that just fucking splendid? That list sounds like it. Well, we gotta catch up on the chat now. Only says me after therapy. Dylan says that list sounds like it belongs in the top 10 worst videos of the decade. Heavenly says the spiders in this game look like rubber toys. They do. Makes them slightly less horrifying than most video game spiders. Dylan says they're built like they pop out of a tube. True. Dylan says that sounds like Vlad the Impaler from Fate. His ability being stake creation and manipulation, including spawning stakes from one's body. That sounds a bit busted. Heavenly says I just spilled soup in my bed, so I guess I'm doing laundry now. Be back. Why were you eating soup in bed? Oh, by the way, we hit 10 likes. Very nice. I'd like to try and hit 20 for this stream. Well, you know, we've still got, like, I don't know, an hour and a half left in us. Maybe. Actually, if I'm being really honest here, we're probably going to be beating the final boss within the next hour or so. So, you know. Anywho, will this fall kill me? I don't want to take the chance. Good thing I didn't take the chance. And here is our base game, Bloodrock. The one that you get. You want any more? Go in the Chalice Dungeons. Oh, I forgot this leads over here. You fuck, I forgot you were here. Alright, we gotta find an elevator. I remember a video from years ago. These two guys were fighting around here. They were fighting on, like, the bridge to Mikolesh's boss room. And, they had a fist fight. They had a naked fist fight. And right when one guy was about to die, his message was rated fine. So the other dude just gave up. So, it would appear we were descending into a void. Someone fell to their death. Did not mean to use that. I sometimes hate the sensitivity on these controllers. Nothing but darkness here. That's accurate. So, for some reason... if I can remember where I'm supposed to go. Here! We are not afflicted by frenzy when we view this thing down here. Hello. I guess because it's dark or whatever. So this looks like a brain. But it's made almost entirely out of eyeballs. Various shit. And it's watching us rather intently. Ooh, motion tracking. So, if this is some kind of advanced being without means to communicate normally, obviously we have to use means for communicating with higher level beings. We must make contact with it. So are you guys? You good? Dylan says my mascot bed soup. Dylan says if you filled a waterbed full of soup, is it still a waterbed? Well, I mean, a waterbed is like a type of bed. You know, it's specifically like liquid cushioning, so it would still be a waterbed, but you'd be filling it with soup. Ah, Kizmir! It's been a while. How are you, my guy? I still remember that fight. He says, Misk, ever heard of the video talking about how this guy thinks Aizen fucked Momo? I feel like I have, because I'm pretty sure I remember this discourse happening on my server. He could have used Kyoka Sogetsu to make her think that he did. Highest level moon rune. Pretty good. Pretty fucking nice. Now then. Yep. Time to do something really fucked up, which is punching something in the eye. Of course that exists, Dylan. There's a video in which a guy says that Casca enjoyed getting raped by Griffith. There's videos for everything out there. This is why we need better mental health screening. Says, oh boy, I've lost faith in humanity again. What, like you gain it back every week or something? And rip over, that's a terrible sound. Living string. Seth the programmer reacted to the video? Oh my god. Special material used in a holy chalice ritual. The immense brain that Mensis retrieved from the nightmare was indeed lined with eyes on the inside, but they were of an evil sort, and the brain itself was terribly rotten. But even still, it was a legitimate great one, and left a relic, a living relic, at that, which is a precious thing indeed. I suppose this thing is like... this is probably the brain's, cord of the eye. You know, since it's a great one. A lot of people think that that thing was created from the collective minds of the Mensis scholars, which I find pretty plausible. I think that's pretty believable. And that's probably why it's so fucked up. Now let's get the hell out of here. We gotta buy some more blood vials. And then let's get this shit over with, shall we? No, we need bullets too. Fuck. Hello. Oh, actually, no, it seems we're good on bullets. Well, okay then. do. Let's put that on. He uses 7? Oh god. Yeah. His reaction was like Swag Kage's reaction to the CBR list of 10 characters stronger than Sasuke. I don't know about you guys, but I'm pretty sure it's very easy to find, like, fucking... how many? 10, 20 characters stronger than Sasuke? I imagine that's quite easy. Dylan says, it seems the gods are created by the collective consciousness of humanity and they represent certain concepts or things. No, I think the brain of Mensis was a specific thing. I think that was a thing they specifically created, because the Great Ones are just evolved beings that have a lot of insight. Like, they're just hyper-evolved beings. They're extremely advanced organisms that have evolved to such a point that they're able to ascend to higher planes of existence, like the nightmares. It's also, they show that you can... It's like transcending your consciousness onto the nightmare. Like with Mikolash in the School of Mensis, they're dead physically. Gurman's probably dead physically, too. Unless his body was trapped here, which I suppose is possible. And that's kind of what... That seems to be what makes a true Great One. Like, Abrianus is the left-behind Great One because she did not have her consciousness ascend to the nightmares. You know, to the Dreamlands, whereas the other Great Ones did. I guess that's why Ram was a failed Great One. But most of the ones we fight out here, they're the real deal. So anywho, let's get back to the nightmare. And let's get this shit done. Kizmir said the list only had Naruto characters, and in it are Shino, Hinata, Jiraiya. Okay, if it was Naruto characters stronger than Sasuke, then yeah, I get that. Like, isn't he? He's one of the main characters. I imagine he's supposed to be one of the top tiers by, like, the end of the series. I want to check something on the Discord real quick. Dylan said Rom really looked at evolution and said, yo, really fungus my shit up, dog. Yeah. Well, some people think Rom may have been like a baby, or like a mentally disabled person. Due to, like, the mindlessness. It's like, oh, what if we gave a lot of insight to someone who, like, wasn't capable of going crazy or whatever? What then, huh? Well, then they just turn into a big, dumb potato thing. That's what happens. And like that, I return. Welcome back, Neo. Heavenly says... And then you get to Boruto and every other villain can fight Sage Mode Naruto and not instantly use. Well, that's power escalation for you. Kizmir said... Could you not? I think they can't not. That's so sad. Can't even read chat undisturbed by these little fuckers. Oh yeah, you notice the shadows of Yharnam are here? We'll get into that. Kizmir says that Eyes and Momo video puts eyes and claps to a new meaning. Dylan says, sick, we hunted and beat the shit out of a child. Pog. Very pog. My favorite pastime. Yo. bitch. We all know the most powerful Bleach character is Goro Majima. Yeah, so powerful that I definitely remember who that is. Wait, isn't that the funny Ghost Adventures guy? Or am I thinking of someone else? Oh yeah, there's big eyeball pigs in here. We're mostly gonna be avoiding them. Because I don't care. Don't give a shit. That sounds like I'm about to get invaded. Oh, that's why she was so fucking loud. She's right here. That would certainly explain it. Majima does solo most verses. Fascinating. Is that guy a meme character? Am I thinking of the right guy, or is that a joke character? He doesn't know. Chat, stay silent, say nothing. Oh, is that some guy from the fucking light novels? Yeah, fuck you, bitch. Oh, get fucked. Calvering woman is left in the silence, sinister bell cease. Good, no invasions today. Ooh, the wandering night, shadows. I love this weapon. I'm glad that I get to play around with it this well now. It's so good. My god. You can see why Ludwig was the biggest badass in the world during his time. Because this thing fucking slaps. The most powerful Bleach character is that one captain they introduced in the terrible filler arc about him. My god. Hey, it's this lady again! She's here accompanying the sound of the crying child once again. So time to get into some lore we would get from the Chalice dungeons, but I don't feel like fucking doing them. So this here is Queen Yharnam. That's right, she's got the same name as the city. I'm trying to sit down directly in front of her. There we go. She's got the same name as the city the game takes place in. What's the deal with that? Well, Yharnam is the Tumerian queen. She's the queen of the Tumerians. Which means that Yharnam is actually named after this lady. Why? Well, Yharnam is built on top of the Chalice dungeons, the Tumerian civilization. You notice how a lot of the Yharnamites are like bigger and lankier than normal humans? They kind of look like the Tumerians. That's because they're probably descended from the Tumerians. And Yharnam is built on top of it. It's literally the upper levels of the Chalice dungeons. You kind of start to get down into them when you go to the Altar of Despair. So I guess, as per tradition, every great one loses its child and yearns for a surrogate. And presumably, at some point, there was a blood moon, and Queen Yharnam's womb was the one blessed with the child of a great one. And then her baby probably died, seemingly, and got fucking stolen, in some regard. We find the bloodletting beast in the Chalice dungeons right before Queen Yharnam. So what I think is suggested is that Lawrence went into the Chalice dungeons to go get Yharnam's child for the moon presents, but he turned into a beast before he could do that, and that's why Gurman is stuck in the Hunter's Dream. But since she's here accompanying the crying of the baby, presumably the baby that we hear crying right now is none other than Queen Yharnam's baby. Considering this area is called Mergo's Loft, presumably the name of that baby is Mergo. Though why is it here? when we beat Queen Yharnam in the Chalice Dungeons, we get something called the Yharnam Stone. Let me go look at the description of that. Let me look it up. The Yharnam Stone. Alright, let's see here. A sacred heirloom left by Yharnam through Marian Queen. The queen lies dead, but her horrific consciousness is only asleep, and it stirs in unsettling motions. So the Yharnam Stone appears to be basically a solidified, miscarriage. It's a calcified fetus. So Mergo died, but I think his consciousness is here because he's the child of a Great One, meaning that he would be a Great One himself. And I guess the Mensis scholars are trying to use Mergo to commune with a Great One themselves. Perhaps the Great One responsible for the Blood Moon, you know, Pale Blood, maybe? And we have to go stop that to stop all of this bullshit. Anyway, we gotta go unlock this, Oh wait, it's right there, isn't it? I'm trying to remember where the shortcut is exactly. This is here, basically. Why is this here? I don't know, maybe it's the imposter Yusefka was part of the School of Mensis too. But most people seem to agree that's mostly there to remind you, hey, go back to Yusefka's clinic. Go check that place out again. This is the right way, right? I need to make sure I'm not missing the shortcut. Pretty sure I'm not. Oh, it's right in here. Okay. Whew. I almost missed that. That would have been a little embarrassing. Well, my cat wants to come in. Isn't that nice? I suppose I should let him in. Shouldn't I? Hey, buddy. How you doing? Yes, there's a desk in here now. Isn't that crazy? Let's check the chat a little as I run along back to the Hunter's Dream. Oh, he's sitting in my beanbag chair. Oh, this is good. This is nice. Dylan says, like how the previous capital in India, around 800 BC, was named after one of the Pandava brothers and a King Arjun. Yeah, like that. Yeah, like that. Danny says, do you use the Bloodborne wiki? Not usually. Only when I need to remember where something is. Or to check item descriptions for stuff I don't have. Dylan says the name didn't stick around for long. And only 100 years later it was changed into a different name before Delhi, but we don't know what. Are you some kind of history major or something? Or do you have a friend who's a history major? Man, he's really getting himself comfortable in that chair. I love that. Out of Commission asks, what's the sword? None other than the Holy Moonlight Sword. Never played this? Ah, yeah. It's the iconic FromSoft Moonlight Greatsword. God, I love that sound effect. How could you tell I majored into something useless? Because you seem to know a lot of shit. Jolt J is here, he says, what's up? Not much. What's up with you, Jolt? Or Jay, I guess. Jay, what's up with you, Jay? We got 9 people in here. Is MGS an Elden Ring? Yeah, it is. You get it from Ronnie's questline. Commission says, that's what I thought it was, because I remember being told the Dark Moon Blade Ronnie gives you is a FromSoft constant. Yeah, it's originally in Kingsfield. Then you can find it in Demon Souls in the Valley of Defilement. Then in Dark Souls 1 you get Tail. In Dark Souls 2, you get it from the old Pale Drake Soul you get from Najka in New Game Plus. In this game, you get it from Ludwig. You get it from Ludwig's head. In Dark Souls 3, you can get it from Osiris's soul. It's technically not in Sekiro, but some people say it's basically the big 7-branch sword the Divine Dragon uses. And in Elden Ring, we get it from Ronnie's quest. It's generally a really good whatever weapon it is. Like in Demon Souls, it's a faith weapon, funnily enough. In this, it's an arcane weapon, which is basically int and faith. But in Dark Souls 1 through 3, it's an int weapon. I assume it's an int weapon in Elden Ring, right? That's what the fucked up eyes and Momo comment? I don't know. I don't know what that was about. Jay finished Bloodborne a while ago, that's very good. Heavenly says, when he was going insane, Emperor Commodus renamed one Colonia Commodiana. That's not even a good name. That's why you don't let insane people run things. Dylan said, when do we get the Kingsfield stream? All in due time. Don't you worry yourself. Neo, you still here? You better still be here, you fuck. I'm not taking another step forward until I get confirmation of your fucking presence. Dylan says, yeah, most emperors were crazy as a fucking bag of meth rats. This is why you don't make people rulers with unlimited power. It's a bad idea. Okay, Neo's here. Good, good. I was in the middle of typing the message on the Discord. Ping Neve to see if you can get her in here. Out of Commission says, what's the next Elden Ring lore video? I don't remember you saying it in the previous vid. I put a post up in the community tab. Next one we're doing is Radigan and then Renala. If everything goes well, the Radigan video should be out on Friday, and the Renala video should be out Saturday. Dennis says, except for Nero's dad, who could be one of history's best emperors. That's fair. Out of Commission says, oh, okay, yeah. Alright, we got 10 people in here. If any of you just hopped in, be sure to drop a like on the stream. I would like to try and hit 20 likes by the time we get to the end of this. Well, that looks like a baby carriage. Big Moon over there. Probably trying to commune with it or some shit. Presumably that is an infant. And it looks like there's a fuck ton of dead people around here, but that's pretty bog standard at this point. Got a shit ton of people dying everywhere and getting crushed into mulch. I suppose they're mostly here for the bone crackling sound. What's up, baby? Ah, I see. Oh, that's very nice. This thing has a sick-ass design. Margot's Wet Nurse. So, this thing, if I had to wager a guess, because I don't remember most people's lore explanations of this, it's either just an entity from the Dreamlands that was, you know, kind of summoned here as a result of the ritual nonsense, or it's kind of like the puppets that we see around. Because, you know, it's fucking invisible. It seems to basically be a, animated cloth, pretty much. It's like animated clothing. Oh yeah, this OST is a thing that exists. It's called, Murgo's Lullaby. Something very interesting is that this is the song that plays in Gascoigne's music box. I think, like, really the only significant lore implication of that is that Murgo's Lullaby is probably something that Queen Yharnam, you know, wanted to play for Margot, and then ended up getting passed down as like a cultural thing into modern Yharnam society. So the OST that was played for Margot, if you want to think about it that way, is pretty cool. Ouch. You got no stamina left. Damn, that's actually doing pretty solid damage. And time for phase 2, which is mildly chaotic. Sometimes. Yeah, there it is. It has a shadow clone! That's right, people. Why? Because fuck you, that's why. And I guess we just kind of run around till it stops. This is quite terrifying, I have to say. Oh, okay. You fucking shooting your arms out of the arena. Whoa, didn't mean that, I'm sorry. I apologize. There you are, you fuck. How many bullets does this use? 3. Not bad. Sometimes it glitches out and the clone will still be there even when the darkness goes away. It's kind of funny. Ow! I went the wrong direction for that one, that was my fault. I don't know why I did that. But, as you can tell, this boss is not the hardest in the world, and it's pretty relatively easy. Bye. Flip the carriage over, you fucking bitch. So yeah, a wet nurse is like a person that breastfeeds a child when the mother can't. I don't think it was literally doing that. So it's basically Margot's caretaker. Nightmare slain again. And an umbilical cord. So, man, we seem to keep getting that from baby killing, don't we? Fascinating. Well then, let's see what the deal is with this one, shall we? I wonder which one it'll be in order. Every great one loses its child and then yearns for a surrogate. The cord granted Mensis audience with Margot, but resulted in the stillbirth of their brains. Yeah, so that's the creation of... They communed with Margot, and that ended up creating the brain of Mensis. So now we got 3. We saw a note in the lecture hall. Like, right next to the one about Pale Blood and the Nameless Moon Presence. It said 3 third chords. I wonder what that means. Oh shit. We got $20 from Danny D saying, I gotta go, but I really enjoyed your streams. Have this for the tip jar. Thank you very much, my man. Holy shit. Did I remember to monetize the stream? I could've... I fucking hate when that happens. Oh yeah, our house is on fire. Well, it looks like the sky... No, it hasn't really cleared up much. Our house is on fucking fire. That's a thing. Let's see. Okay, an ad plays when I go into the stream. So yeah, I did monetize it. Good, good. I forgot to monetize the last one. It's a bit awkward. Okay, if we got a fucking super chat and I didn't notice, that means we got a little to catch up with here. Well, thank you for the donation, Danny. I appreciate that a lot. Dylan says, baby spotted. Goddamn. Neo says, what baby? Yes, indeed. Out of commission says, nice, Radigan confuses me. It almost seems like they aren't even really alive during the battle. It's like they are an empty robot. Almost gets up in the cinematic like one of those colossal mech golems. Something to consider about that. Neo says, one freaky looking wet nurse. Yes, it is. Heavenly says his full self-given name was Lucius Aelius Aurelius Commodus Augustus Herculeus Romanus Exuperatonius Amazonius Invictus Felix Pius. This is why we should just kill elites. Out of commission says, I should really play this because I like Lovecraft. Oh yeah, it's a great Lovecraft game. Barry says, can't wait for the Radigan video. Are you going to do one on the Elden Beast and the Sacred Relic Sword? I have to do one at some point. Is the Sacred Relic Sword important enough to have its own dedicated video? Dylan says he had the name of both Hercules and the Founder brothers' romanticized name, Romanus. Yeah. Holy says invisible, old one milk makes babies invisible. Who would have thought? No, I'm pretty sure Mergo is another case. Oh, okay. Some people think that Mergo is invisible because he's the child of Odin, and Odin is a formless great one. I don't know about that. Seems semi-plausible, but then you consider that in some versions of Yharnam's boss room, there is a giant hunter rune there. And that is not the rune for Odin. Something to consider about that. Dylan says, as the actually Founder's romanticized name is Romulus, yeah. Boyfon says, Misk, have you played Sekiro? I have played it, it's really good. Jolt says I beat Mergo so easily. Well, you beat the wet nurse very easily, yeah. Neo says, me when I beat a baby's eldritch wet nurse to death? Me too. Heavenly says, baby left alone for 2 seconds be like, dies. Babies really do be like that. So anyway, doll, why the fuck is the workshop on fire? Terrible placement for that.
Good hunter, you have come. Dawn will soon break. This night and this dream will end. Gammon awaits you at the foot of the great tree.
What the fuck does he want?
Very well. Let me...
What could he possibly want, I wonder? We got one last thing to take care of before we go in there. Some real fucked up shit. It's on fire because it's a liar. Ooh. Barry says, I figured the Sacred Relic Sword would be included in the Elden Beast video. However, I'll take all the lore videos you want to make. Hey, listen, I won't say no to that. But I don't think it has enough on its own. Listen, I'm not Sinclair lore. I'm not capable of convincing Sophie to stretch out, do like a fucking hour-long video in relation to one note in Bloodborne. That's bad. Seems Ariana is gone. There's a trail of blood leading out of the place. Did you see anything? Or hear anything?
There ain't no more silver Yharnams.
Right. Dylan says, good hunter, you have come. Damn, my sense of humor is fucked up beyond belief. Yes, it is. Dan says, it's time for you to take your normal pills, good hunter. Yes, it is. Hobo Chris says, Lord, videos are hella dope, man. Thank you. I'm glad to hear you've been enjoying them.
But I see through. I learned it all with my own mind.
Right. Sure, whatever you say. Are you still batshit? Well, you can go to therapy after this. I guess. So you know how Ariana wasn't feeling that good earlier? Feeling really sick and shit? Yeah.
It can't be. This is a nightmare.
Yeah, this dude's in the same boat as me. Yeah, this, I don't know. Yeah, this one is fresher, juicier than the other ones we've seen, and notably smaller, yeah. Phew. Yeah, so this is definitely the most fucked up thing in any of their games. Oh fuck, I messed that up. Why did that not kill you? Yeah, there we go. Ariane's shoes. And another one! I don't think normal pills would have solved those, Neo. Maybe birth control. Eldritch birth control. Now we have 4 third chords. This is, you know, you get 4 in the game in case you missed one. Which one's this? Every Great One loses its child and then yearns for a surrogate, and Odin, the formless Great One, is no different. To think it was corrupted blood that began this eldritch liaison. So, you know, that thing was the child of Odin, but it's very clearly formed and visible. Pretty sure you don't see Murgo just because they don't want to show you murdering a human baby. It's the same reason that Ocelot is invisible. Because they couldn't let you see Osiris smashing a baby into a fine paste. Oh, we got Ariana's shoes. She was worn by Ariana, Woman of the Night in the Cathedral Ward. Innocent and cute, in contrast with its owner. Yes, indeed. Bloodborne, I did the math, but goddamn, I'm bad at math. That's Lawrence for you. So, let's head back, and let's end the dream, shall we? It's time for the night to come to an end. Looks like this is going to end up being a nice solid 2-hour stream. Not bad. Blorbo from my womb. God damn it. She birthed a demigod if you think about it. Yeah, pretty gross. So, like any sane person, what do you do with umbilical cords? Crush him up. So an interesting detail there. Corrupted blood. So vile blood? Yeah. Maybe the child that, Ah, shit, we never went and checked in on her, did we? The child that Annalise planned on having was the child of Odin, maybe? Oh yeah, so using the Altered Despair brings her back. Yeah. Hi, how are ya?
Closest of kin, bearer of our blood, I welcome thee. What is thy wish?
Nothing.
We await thy return for the honor of Canaan.
Right, of course. I love that my cat has a nice place to sit now. So yeah, I guess Annalise wants to have a kid with Odin. A little weird, but whatever floats your boat, I guess. As long as it's consensual. No, for fucking sure, it was not with Ariana. Umbilical cord soup with a tall glass of period blood. That is the most disgusting thing I have ever read in my life. Heavenly says Tom Cruise, those gross birth things. What the fuck? Oh my god. So, Willem said that we needed to be afraid of the blood because our eyes have yet to open. Humans turn into beasts when they consume the blood of the old ones because they don't have enough insight. But at the same time, if you get a fuckload of insight, you're just gonna go crazy or something. When we consume the umbilical cords, which are said to grant eyes on the inside, yeah, gain insight, and so they say eyes on the inside, although no one remembers what that truly entails. We are gaining the eyes on the inside that Willem wanted. Blood and insight in that crush animation there. Because you notice, if we just pop, like, I don't know, a normal madman's knowledge, it's just insight. Oh, there's a little bit of blood, I think. A little smidgen. But with the umbilical cord, it's a lot. See? Because you're crushing a cord. Like a little chunk of flesh. So now we're full of eyes and blood. Maybe that means we're finally ready. interesting place. I would say this is their best final boss arena. You'll notice it is because they've copied it several times after this. I mean, shit. Soul of Cinder... Champion Gravetender kind of has it a little bit, but no one gives a fuck about that boss. We're talking final bosses here. Soul of Cinder, Ishin, Melania's boss arena is a lot like this. Though, of course, hers is underground, and ours is in a dream. So around here we have the gravestones honoring the hunters who come before us. Needless to say, there are a lot. And there are crucifixes here for some reason. I don't know why. Workshop burning in the background. Big old full moon in the sky. And Gurman, one of the first hunters, and our attendant to the workshop. A guy who's seen a whole lot of shit. The guy who's established the practices that made the hunters into what they are. The foundations for them. A man who was presumably at the fishing hamlet and participated in the atrocities that were committed there. And the guy basically used as... what's the word here? What's the word I'm thinking of? You know when you make a bet with... No, not a bet. You know when you make... You have debt. That's what it is. And when you take a loan from someone, they're like, okay, I have to take this to make sure that you pay your bet. That's what Gurman was used at. He was used as like a fucking bargaining chip or something. I'm forgetting what the exact word is. Yeah, I don't remember the word. That's gonna bug the shit out of me for the next 10 minutes, so I have to look up what it is. Collateral, that's what he is. Thank you, Heavenly. Gurman was basically used by Lawrence as collateral for the creation of the Hunter's Dream. Maybe Gurman wanted to create the Hunter's Dream so that hunters wouldn't get sucked into the Hunter's Nightmare. Maybe that's why. Or so that we could always have people that would be able to deal with the beasts no matter what happened. But here he is now. I guess if the night is close to its end, we've done our job, the workshop isn't needed anymore, I suppose? Do you do this every time we have a Night of the Hunt, Gurman? Let's get one last good look at you. You look old. You're wearing like some raggedy cloak, some raggedy coat, like just some sort of jacket. Like just some average dude walking around on the street. You got a cane, you got one leg, you're wearing a scarf, and you got a rumpled old hat. You look very feeble. Got a gravestone right behind you here. I wonder if that's your gravestone. Or if it's the first person that got stuck in here.
Good hunter, you've done well. The night is near its end. Now, I will show you mercy. You will die, forget the dream, and awake under the morning sun. You will be freed from this terrible hunter's dream.
So, if you submit your life, Gurman kills you, you wake up in Yharnam in the morning, and the doll is praying to a new headstone that's placed there for you. So I remember a lot of people were confused. They were like, oh, was this all a dream? None of it was real? No, it's real. You're just not attached to the dream anymore. The dream is not like a sleeping dream. It's like another dimension. It's a higher plane. Now, presumably, Jura and Eileen both chose to submit their life. That's why we meet them where they are. They don't dream anymore. But they're aware of the doll and the dream. And when they were done with their respective nights of the hunt, they were like, yeah, fuck this shit. Obviously, Jura was around during Old Yharnam. And probably seeing all that, he was like, nah, fuck this shit. I'm done with this. And Eileen, we don't really know enough about her, but she seems to be more interested in killing hunters who go blood drunk. Maybe to stop them from getting sucked into the nightmare. Maybe. And then there are countless others who've chosen to submit their lives. But we're not really into that. We came to transcend the hunt, did we not? And seek pale blood. I haven't gotten my fucking pale blood yet, Gurman. And I'm not really interested in submitting my life to anyone. How do I know you're telling me the truth? What if I just die? What about that? So naturally, like any rational person, when someone offers to murder us, we refuse.
Dear, oh dear. What was it? The hunt? The blood? Or the horrible dream?
Notice how his outfit just changed?
It doesn't matter.
This is the best final boss. Peak fiction
It
shit.
always comes down to the hunter's helper to clean up after these sorts of messes. Tonight, Gammon joins the hunt.
Still peak, still their best final boss. Nothing's topped this since. You could argue Soul of Cinder is a better final boss for reasons. So, right, the Wet Nurse is the start of a 3-boss gauntlet. Depending, if you submit your life, Murgo's Wet Nurse is the final boss, which is incredibly anticlimactic. If you don't, we get Gurman here, who I would say is definitely my favorite boss. In Bloodborne, I get the same feelings when I go to fight him that I get when I fight Gale. Now, since he's pretty slow here, we'll let you enjoy the OST a little bit, and then we'll, oh shit, I got cornered. Let's catch up on the chat a little, shall we? God, I love this OST. It's the best OST in the game. A lot of people are like, oh, Ludwig's OST is the best. It's good. I'd say Lawrence is better. And of course, you have the first hunter. Yeah, you notice how he hobbles because he's got his peg leg? Neo says it's time. Dylan says the first versus the last. Neo says the beginning versus the end. Dylan says, I never thought of this, but Gurman had to watch every single student of his die or turn into a beast, or one of his children had to kill it. Yeah. Neo says, I never noticed he had a peg leg. How have you never noticed that? Heavenly says, Doll has to build a new mansion every time. SMH. Shit! Okay, we got a little too close to him there. Sunny says, Dylan says, by the time you wake up, kiddo, the world will have changed. Yeah. Sunny says, the first hunter versus the last hunter. That's the best way for this fight to be described. I love that violin. I love it. Dylan says, bruh, the burial blade is sick as fuck, by the way. Oh, you know it. Suneater says the first hunter begins his last hunt. Now let's not wait any longer. I don't want to wait another second. Ah, the delayed attack. Oh, beautiful. Ooh. I thought I got through it there. This OST, man. Fuck this. Yeah, he technically isn't the final boss. That's the only way you could argue Soul of Cinder's their best final boss, or Ishin, because Gurman's technically not the final boss. Ah, fuck, I keep thinking I've dodged it. Damn, Gurman is catching me lacking today. Though, I'm not gonna be mad if I have to fight him a bunch of times, because it's fucking Gurman. Yeah, he's catching me off my game. I'm fucking rusty. I haven't fought Gurman in a while. I've barely fucking touched him. Jesus Christ. Damn! You know what I kind of want to do? I kind of want to try fighting him without healing. You know what? We're gonna cut our losses with this one. I don't give a shit. I don't care. Ooh. Now he's got us wasting bullets.
You must accept your death. Be freed from the night.
So Garmin really wants us to be free from the night. He's like, please leave. Get out of here. And the only reason we don't die is because we don't accept our death, because we're not submitting our lives. Senator says it's time to put the old hunter to rest. Dylan says, could Garmin be a metaphor for the hunter's grim reaper since he offers you to take you peacefully into the good night? I guess. Though it's a twist on it, because he's freeing us from the night. Wants to let us see the dawn. Wants to let us see the morning sunrise. You could say he's a little bit of a twist on it. And here we're being the Grim Reaper for Garmin. Yeah, such a good fight. Actual Peak, they have such good writing when it comes to this sort of stuff. It's crazy. I remember, so I've mentioned this like once or twice during this playthrough, but for some reason Plague of Gripes does not like Bloodborne. It's like his worst case is that he doesn't like Bloodborne. And when, was it Wooly and Pat? Or was it Pat and Matt? Actually, I don't remember who did the Bloodborne playthrough. I think it was Pat and Wooly. I remember, if you go on that video, if you go onto the last Super Best Friends episode of the main Bloodborne playthrough, you can see one of the comments is, Plague making fun of the sound effects for this fight. And it's just like, I just don't get it. Yeah, what did they say? He doesn't like slap-happy bosses, which, like, I guess a lot of the Bloodborne bosses are. But it's literally just to learn to play the fucking game. Oof, still caught me there. Shit. Haha! Ah, there we go. Time for the old man to get a little serious. Actually, we are better off fighting him this way. Yep, he is much easier to parry in this phase. Come on, man, we're just trying to parry spam each other now. He's fucking flash stepping now, bitch. Oh, will he get us? No, he won't. That's a trap right there. I couldn't see the attack. I'm very sad about that. That's such a cool attack to see. Is he gonna kill us? He is. Whew. Heavenly Garmin voice. So this is a Wendy's. Dylan says we could also be a reference for old age in this fight since we fight him in a graveyard while he sits in front of his grave? Maybe. Heavenly says every final boss is an old man, a cripple, a giant monster, some combination of the three. I mean, yeah. Senator says Hunter Supreme. I hunted to cleanse the soul from an insidious hunt. Wonderful darkness this way. I knew eternal misery, how to bestow eternal mercy. What are you quoting? What the fuck are you quoting? Shit, didn't mean to use that. God damn it. Son of a bitch. Alright, enough with the parry spam. We save that for when he goes into the scimitar mode. Man, everything just feels so easy now that we've beaten the Orphan and Lawrence. Doesn't it? Garmin's secret porn. The secret porn is Garmin's theme. My god. Oh yeah, did I ever look at the How to Pick Up Fair Maidens book? I think I forgot to. Garmin, you good there, my man? He's good. He's doing great, as per usual. Actually, he's doing kind of shit. He's pretty displeased with his situation. All things considered. Man. Is Kaz harder than Lawrence? I would say yes. I think Lawrence is just more annoying than Kaz, or than the Orphan. Oof. Oh, Poem, I meant it's in his OST. Oh. Lol. Simply Lamau. I actually like that it's best to fight German in whatever weapon mode that he's in. That's really cool. German's greatest tragedy is that he remains forever maidenless unless you count the doll or the real final boss, yeah. Which is quite depressing. Do it! Do the thing! Ah! He didn't dodge, of course. This is before we did all of the input reading in the universe. Ooh! Fuck! Do the leap. Yeah! God, that's cool. You know what? I'm gonna show my respect to you, German. Let's do this shit, baby. German says, I forgot he could do that. It's his coolest attack. Ooh! He does not stagger right now, does he? Pegleg has a nitrous in it. Incredibly impressive. Yeah, his second theme's playing now. I barely noticed it. You know, the second phase to his theme. My man is not... Listen to that choir, dude. So good. Dude, we're just parry spamming each other. You fucking kidding me, that missed? Oh, never mind. Germanzo. Oh god. Oh, no, don't. That was close. Best boss, by the way. Old Hunter badge. Well, what happens now that we killed the caretaker? The manager? The owner comes down. The nameless moon presence, beckoned by Lawrence and his associates. Pale Blood. Hi. You're getting awfully personal. So some people have pointed out that this thing's face looks like a cross-section of an umbilical cord. Interesting stuff. So if we don't eat the umbilical cords, that thing embraces us and we replace Gurman. We become the new caretaker of the dream. We eat the umbilical cords, and this happens. So this is the moon presence. This is the true final boss. He's alright. He's nothing crazy. I'm pretty sure we got 0 blood echoes from that, right? Yeah, we did. So it literally doesn't matter if this thing kills me right now. Yeah, do it. Go ahead. Kill me. Yeah, there you go. See? Doesn't matter. So now we can look at the old Hunter badge and see what stuff we can buy because we beat Gurman. Yeah, the moon is haunted. Kind of fucked up. Things are fucked, it would appear. Oh, we're a little low on bullets. Should rectify that. Unspeakable blood echoes. So, let's look at Garmin's attire. Hunter attire of Gurman the First Hunter, created before the workshop existed by making adjustments to everyday clothing, and later became the basis for all Hunter's garb. The Hunter's emphasis on engaging beasts with speed, and therefore of selecting lightweight attire, no doubt traces back to Gurman's own combat style, so it all begins with him. Unfortunately, you cannot buy his blunderbuss, but you can buy the Burial Blade, trick weapon wielded by Gurman the First Hunter. A masterpiece that defined the entire array of weapons crafted at the workshop. Its blade is forged with siderite, said to have fallen from the heavens. Same thing the Blades of Mercy are made out of. Gurman surely saw the hunt as a dirge of farewell, wishing only that his prey might rest in peace, never again to awaken to another harrowing nightmare. So he kind of viewed things the same way that Jura did, and that, like, these people didn't ask to become beasts, they're suffering in their own right. You know, they're tortured. But unlike Jura, who wants to protect them, Gurman wants to put them out of their suffering. And that's what he wants to do for us, because he knows that if we beat him, and he doesn't know about the umbilical cords, he thinks that we're going to become trapped here like him. if we beat him. Or, you know, if we don't fight at all, we'll just be trapped here forever. This thing barely has an OST, which is kind of underwhelming. Damn, that did a surprisingly good amount of damage. So yeah, this is a true great one right here. One of the only ones that we fight. Oh, my cat is on the move. Yeah, the thing is, the moon presence just kind of exists. It's not like a super remarkable boss, thus making it mildly underwhelming as a final boss. But its design is sick as fuck. I love the moon presence design. Okay, I'm kind of getting a little fucked up here. Buffing me up a little here, my man. Okay, calm yourself. Spiderite is real, by the way. It's iron from space. Oh, that's cool. Moon Elder God, meet Moonlight. Yes, indeed. I do not remember how to fight this thing. As you can tell, based on the fact that I'm doing a pretty decent job despite that, he's not really hard. Oh yeah, now the moon's red, because the moon presence is here for real. So presumably, you know, this thing is the thing that created the Hunter's Dream. The Hunter's Mark is the rune for the moon presence. Which means that Marigold is probably the child of the moon presence, and that's why Mensis was using Marigold to try and summon the moon presence, because it's the moon presence's child. And you got kind of fucked up there, dude. So this is a thing that it does. This is frightening until you realize it just stands there and you can get all your health back from hitting it. Oh, did I break your arm, you stupid fuck? You big, gross, dumb bitch. Ouch. Yeah, he does this thing where he stops you from being able to heal and then conjures a bunch of blood bullshit. Oh, give me my stamina back. Oh, I'm gonna heal myself. Ooh, ah! Hey, buddy. You trapped Gurman in here against his will for God knows how long. So how about you? Go fuck yourself. How about that? Yeah? Ooh, yeah, ooh. Yeah, get fucked. Nightmare Slain. 230,000 blood echoes. Looks like the workshop is not on fire anymore somehow. Well, that's a thing.
Are you cold? Oh, good hunter.
That's right, boys. We've become based and slug-pilled. We've evolved. Now, this ending is called Childhood's Beginning, in which we ascend into a great one and begin a new childhood for humanity. You know, meaning that we've finally achieved what all of these people throughout the game have been trying to achieve. To it is getting a lot of blood and a lot of insight. You need the physical power to evolve, and the insight to, you know, not become a mindless animal. Yeah, we've reached slug content. Slug content. This is our final form. The Schlug. Must become Slug Elder God. Yeah. My greatest achievement. Slug-based. We are based in Slug-pilled. So that's Bloodborne for you. minus most of the chalice dungeons, but who gives a shit about those? Very few people. Actually, I don't know how popular they were. They weren't that popular upon release. But they do add like another fucking 10 hours onto the game. The chalice dungeons are what make it possible to reach like level 125 or whatever by endgame. Otherwise, we were what, like level 77 or something? I think we'll be like level 85 by the time we spend those blood echoes. Why a slug? Because actually it's more of a squid. But you know, the phantasms and shit. There's slug stuff. Why? I don't know, because it's something that's evolved to not really need, like, arms and legs anymore. We've presumably got big, huge psychic arcane powers. Jay says I was level 270 endgame. Did you just, like, walk all over everything? We got 12 viewers in here. Hello, everyone. Can we hit 20 likes for beating Bloodborne? We got 16. Let's try and hit 20. Dylan says, Elder God spawned by a foreign land and christened by a moon god's blood, and screamed. Well, that's edgy, to say the very least. And unfortunately, they decided to go back to the old-fashioned way of doing things, which I guess makes sense, because they went right into this after Dark Souls.
Good.
You automatically start New Game Plus. Which is indeed a bit unfortunate. What can you do about it? Hello, sir. Yeah, the Chalice Dungeons is kind of lame how they were just like, here's a big pig, here's a man-eater boar, that's a boss, fight it, here's the brain sucker. John Slugborn, there you go. We're a foreign man not from Yharnam, so we're legitimately a foreign god that got its start from another god's death. That's true, actually. You're not wrong with that assessment. I mentioned this before, but Bloodborne is one of, I think it's only Bloodborne and Sekiro are the ones I've really played through on New Game Plus. Whenever I want to do like a run again in the other games, I just start a new character. Mostly because creating a build for the first time is like most of the fun, you know? Not to mention, like, Dark Souls 2 has done New Game Plus the best out of all of the games, because there are, like, new items and stuff you can only get in New Game Plus. Let's hear it. Oh, how we missed that sound. No, we didn't. We started off the fucking stream with that god-awful noise. And now we're kind of ending it with that, because, I mean, that's Bloodborne. That's pretty much it. Fun playthrough. I really like stuff like Return to Yharnam because it gives me an excuse to play back through a game I like. I do think after this I would still consider Elden Ring to be their best game. I do think it's probably better than Bloodborne. I can't spend my blood echoes. God damn it. Well, let's grab this because we didn't before. And grab this because we didn't before. There's rings you could only get in New Game Plus and DS3. Yeah, but that's just like the +3 versions of stuff. In Dark Souls 2, they would like add stuff to the boss fights. And certain bosses would give you, like the 4 great ones would give you extra boss souls for weapons that you can only get in New Game Plus or after using a bonfire setting. Or there would be enemies that only show up in New Game Plus, and as such you can only get stuff from them in New Game Plus. It makes New Game Plus interesting. It gives actual incentive to go into New Game Plus. And that's unfortunately kind of lacking in most of the other games. But anyway, yeah, that's Bloodborne. I hope you all enjoyed. I know I certainly did. we will be doing, excuse me, we'll be doing more Elden Ring stuff in the future. That'll be most of the streams. At some point in the future, I'm probably going to do a playthrough of Dark Souls 1 Remastered, because that's the one on here. And then I'll do Dark Souls 2 on here. Yeah, Jay says I want Dark Souls 2 now. You can play Dark Souls 2 on your own. I'll get to Dark Souls 2 as well. I figure I probably should not play the games in complete reverse order, so I should probably do either Dark Souls 1 or Demon Souls next. I don't know whichever one you guys would be more interested in seeing Demon Souls playthrough. Is there a return to Boletaria? I don't know. Maybe there is. Dylan says, wait, we become like Mergo, an elder god, a child protected by a doll. Oh, high IQ stuff. Demon Souls? You could technically call them both DS. I'm pretty sure for Demon Souls they usually say DES to clarify. Or if you meant Dark Souls 1, you'd say DS1. Please specify. Also, I don't plan on doing it super soon, because, I got school stuff I need to do. Which DS? Demon Souls or Dark Souls? I'm assuming you mean Demon Souls. God damn it. Bo says the new chapter, King of Omega, gave me real Hanayama versus Spec vibes. I could totally imagine that music playing in the background. Oh yeah, totally. Oh, my cat, he's on the move. I can hear him rustling around over there. Seen this King chapter drafts? Yeah, I have seen them. Demon Souls sounds fun? Okay, I might do a Demon Souls playthrough. Especially since I always meant to do one and never did. That'd probably be a good idea. That'll probably be in the usual, the Elden Ring stream quality of looking like shit because, PlayStation doesn't offer any bitrate options for streaming. So as a result, things tend to kind of look like garbage. Sad, but what can you do about it? Well, you could get a capture card, but I don't feel like spending the money and figuring out how that works. So I'm just gonna use the built-in feature. He's schmoovin', yes indeed. He is schmoovin'. Well, now he's remaining still once again. I guess he was just adjusting himself. Gia's time has come, yes indeed. Well, anyway. That's all, folks. I hope you all enjoyed this journey through Bloodborne once again. I'll see you guys, Friday? I don't think I have to do a video till Friday. Well, I don't have to upload a video till Friday. So I guess I'll see you all on Friday. So, until next time, I will see you all around. Enjoy your night, and take care. Bye-bye.